Hi, hello, welcome to BEL English. This is an opening with a Singapore-based company in admin sector. So it is open for foreigners and people who has S pass and who are a permanent resident and a Singaporean citizen can very well apply for this particular job opening. So the company name is Oriental Hardwares and Marine Private Limited. So before we get into the detail of this job posting, if you are new to the channel, new viewers, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell button next to it so that you'll receive regular video updates from the channel on a daily basis. So now let's get on to the video. So this is a opening which is completely a Singapore based company, Oriental Hardwares and Marine Private Limited. The line of business for this company is importing and wholesale distribution of safety products, hardware tools and consumable materials and to the trading companies that supplies to the construction site. It's an intermediary company which actually imports these hardware materials, consumable materials across the globe and then supply them to the trading companies that has tie-ups with the construction sites. So the company is actually was established in 2008 and the major important stockist of wholesale distributor in Singapore and Malaysia. The company has its establishment both in Singapore and in Malaysia, and present it distributes over 3,000 items to 800 plus companies in Singapore, Malaysia and Indonesia. So the strength of the company is 50 plus employees at present, and the company is expanding and continuously looking for potential individuals to join them and welcome an individual with a right attitude. The company is about to welcome and it's looking for someone who has a right attitude. Without experience is also fine in hardware tools and safety products, but still it requires someone who has a right attitude, and the products which the company imports and handles are being supplied to the construction site, shipyards, marine ships and workshops. The company is prepared to nurture right candidate to be able to grow along with the company. So any company would actually look for someone who is adapting to the company's atmosphere but still sticking themselves to the company while growing along with the company. So that's what a mutual growth path is. A company look for someone who can associate with them for a longer duration and who can work with them in order to be constructive enough and to build the company along with their own career. So the open positions, the company has various positions, but still we are dealing with something which is open for foreigners, which is open for anyone to apply. So that's what the positions are being discussed today. So which is of the first position is the administration personnel. So administration personnel is actually, everyone knows what an administration job is. It's like day-to-day activity, managing the activity and going ahead with the standard procedures which the company has already fixed, and following the protocol of the daily routines and handling the operations part, and then taking care of basic like stocking and then the amenities inside the facility, and then make sure that things are being captured and reported properly to the management. So that's the basic responsibility of an administration personnel. This job is a permanent job. The company provides it as a permanent job opportunity. The qualification they are looking for is a GCE N level, which is typically equal to higher secondary of Indian education. And the job description goes like this: to provide general administrative and clerical support, including mailing, scanning, faxing and copying to the management. So you are supposed to, the role description goes like the person is responsible for clerical support, administrative and clerical support. As I was saying, basic administration things, the day-to-day operations and day-to-day activities has to be carried out along with the clerical support. Clerical support as in basic errands and things has to be carried out besides the other maintenance work and the like maintenance cleaning work has to be monitored altogether. So it's a clerical support including mailing. So it could be a postal mailing, like a physical mailing or emailing. So along with scanning and faxing of documents and copying the management at every stage of process. So prepare billing and invoicing. So as the company is known for supplying the goods, they would obviously go for creating the invoice and bills for the products which are being supplied, which they receive as an order. So both ways it happens, like placing invoice or placing a PO with the like seller, and then providing the estimation and the billing process invoices for the person who's serving as a client for them. So in both ways they have to produce the documents. So the administrative personal's responsibility is to create such documents. Then record payment receivable. So you have to capture the payments that has to be collected from the actual buyer. So whoever is your client, you are supposed to have a track of payment to be collected from them, and run company's error to post office and office supply stores. As I was saying, it could be a physical mail, so you may have to run errands for the post office and other office supply stores. So nearby stores, you have to collect things, organize them. So office supplies has to be taken care. Could be person who is available as an office assistant, you can use them, deploy them, but still you have to make sure things are smoothly handled and completed on time without any hiccups being caused in the regular operations. Answering the calls from the customer regarding the inquiries. So inquiries has to be attended from the clients, customers, through the phone calls that has to be answered with appropriate information and to be followed with subsequent correspondence. So preparing quotations, of course, quotations has to be prepared for the clients based on the inquiries by them, and then correspondence, you have to follow up with the correspondence, and you have to make sure things are being followed up appropriately until the closures are done, and reports, maintaining them as a report format and drafting them appropriately in the formats, and the memo and email. So memos that has to be intercirculated inside the office. It's typically an intra-network notices, which is typically known as memos. So you have to take care of memos and the emails. So this is a typical responsibility of the administrative personnel. And another opening with this company is operations executive. That's completely another domain where the job type is again a permanent job, where the qualification they are looking for is any bachelor degree. It's open for any degree. You could be a person who has a graduation from any specific domain, but still a bachelor degree is a must. And the description goes like oversight of daily operations of warehouse and operations department. So you have to oversee the entire warehouse operations and the operations department. So besides handling the department, you are responsible for overseeing the warehouse activities day in and day out. So that's like the entire operational activities. Support the company in execution of daily operational activities. So you have to support the company in execution of daily operations and the other activities carried out in order to persuade the operations process, recognize operational issues and emergencies, and ensure they are promptly attended to and rectified in timely manner. So you have to recognize the operational constraints, hiccups, and wherever you find some hindrances, you are supposed to identify them well in advance. You have to forecast things when it comes to operations. It's obvious that you have to forecast a lot of things before you execute something. So without operations into existence, no company would be able to establish a clear-cut service for any of its clients, be it any company for that matter. It could be any industry or any domain specific company. Without operations streamlined, they won't be able to perform the actual service to the client and to the end customer. So in order to do that, you have to recognize the issues and emergencies and other hiccups which are causing the hindrance well in advance, and you have to promptly attend them. You have to attend them. Unless you attend them, it won't be rectified, because it's not something which it can rectify by itself. It's not an automation kind of thing. It's all about manual intervention and clearing them up. So you have to intervene and clear in a timely manner, because when it goes off the time, there is no point in rectifying an issue. So before something goes off the hand, you have to take ownership of it, be accountable, and make sure it is being addressed with appropriate activities, appropriate on the necessary actions in order to complete the actual process which is being expected as an output from the company. So ensure company policies and SOP are abided. So this is what I was saying. You have to make sure the protocols are being followed. So you have to ensure that the company's policies and protocols are followed and adhered without any deviations. SOP as in the standard operating procedures, which is very essential for any particular company in order to make their existence, in order to serve a client, in order to do something of their own. So that's very important and crucial, and that has to be abided without any deviations. You have to develop, implement policies, procedures and schemes. Of course, when things are going ahead on a specific protocol, based on a specific protocol and a process, you have to at times implement things as a process improvement, where you'll be intervening in between and bringing in new procedures and process to make sure that they are getting accustomed towards the sophistication, and more maneuverability happens when it comes to the entire operations process. So you should have also knowledge in ISO 9001, ISO 45001 and OHSAS 18001. These are being expected from the candidate who is a bachelor degree holder for this particular job opening. The application process, how to apply, is entirely, you have to write them an email with your entire profile description, your cover letter along with the resume, updated resume, to the company's email address, which I have given in the description box through a reference website link. You can very well access it, and write in an email along with your details and cover letter, your experience and other document stuff which you have, so that the company would review and revert back to you through the email. So you might be you might be considering both the positions, or you might have similar experience for either operations executive or administrative personals. Though both are into different domains, certain people would actually cut across the experience, will have simultaneous experience for both the professions, suitable for both the professions. You can apply whichever position is suitable for you. The company do have other openings for specifically for the Singaporeans, which I haven't highlighted here. This is open for anyone who is a Singapore PR, who is a foreigner, who has a S pass, or who is actually a person who has a citizenship of Singapore. Whoever, these categories are open for these positions. You can apply for this anyhow. So if you have any questions or queries on this particular opening, you can please feel free to let me know on the comment section. I will be assisting you on that. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends. Definitely this will be of helpful for them during this ongoing pandemic time. And support the channel. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, and as soon as you subscribe, just click that bell button next to it, so that you'll receive regular video updates on daily postings. So we'll see you soon with another new job opening. Till then, take care guys. See you. Bye-bye.